This is happening right now in my house. Welcome to the 2014 Are You Hungry prediction episode. Really difficult to pick all the teams this year, mostly because I crumpled the draft board up and couldn't make out a lot of the players on there. But there's a lot of parity we have going on. Any of the teams can win, that's for sure. So basically what I did is I took a page out of Rocky Dennis's poem. These things are good. Ice cream and cake. A ride on a Harley. Rain on my tongue. Seeing monkeys in the trees. When the sunshine on my face. And these things are a drag. Holes in my shoes. Dust in my hair. No money in my pockets. And the sunshine in my face. So we're going to go 4 up and 4 down. Put a list together. I'm going to rank these teams. We're going from 12 to 1, worst to first. And with number 12, we have the Hitman. 4 up, Drew Brees, T.Y. Hilton, Jeremy Hill, Steven Taylor. You know your team is in a shitstorm of trouble when 2 of your ups are backup running backs that probably aren't going to be that productive this year. 4 down, and they're pretty significant because they were early. Arian Foster, Wes Welker, Frank Gore, and Riley Cooper. I don't really need to say much about that. Number 11, Moose. Don't really love the 0 running back theory that he went with. He's in a shit ton of trouble. Also, 4 up, I like Graham, Julio, Carlos Hyde, and Joique Bell. 4 down, we got Crabtree. My computer just turned off. Bishop, Chris Johnson, and Nick Foles. I'm not really believing in Nick Foles' magic again this year. Teams catch up in the NFL, and I think they'll scheme against him, rattle him a little bit more. He's going to have a big fall from grace, although he'll probably have some sort of miracle and win again. All right, number 10, we have Coolio. 4 down. Let's see what we have here because I can't read my handwriting. Not because I'm blind, but because I can't write very well. We got Jamal Charles up. We got Brady, the Broncos D, and Antonio Brown. I think he's a really underrated wide receiver. 4 down, Julian Edelman, Deshaun Jackson, Ebron. First-year tight ends don't usually wind up super productive in the NFL. It's a tough position because they have a lot of blocking schemes. Ryan Matthews, just think there's too many cooks in the kitchen, and I think they're going to pass more this year. Number 9, we got the Pocket Dogs. Shady McCoy up. Jordy Nelson, probably second underrated wide receiver to Antonio Brown. I like Matt Ryan this year, and I love Justin Hunter. I think he's an animal. He could be this year's Josh Gordon, and if he is, this ranking will be very inaccurate. 4 down, we got Gronk, C.J. Rice, and Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith, I don't really like him. Baltimore doesn't pass. I think Steve Smith's going to be primary there. And the 3 aforementioned players are all past their prime. Well, not C.J., but all injury prone. I don't think C.J. will be utilized very well. I take back past their prime. I just meant injury prone. All right, number 8, Zygote. Really like Zygote's team. His core is solid. I'm just lacking in the running backs here. So 4 up, we have Eddie Lacy, Rogers, Julius, and Percy. I think Percy Harvin's going to be huge this year. I hope so because I drafted him in Corbel's League. He's got mozzarella sticks on his face still. 4 down, Trent Richardson, Stephen Ridley, Darren Sproles, Danny Amendola. All right, number 7, we got HTU. Last year's runner-up. I like DeMarco Murray, Marshawn Lynch, solid running back core. Manuel Sanders, especially since Welker is pretty much donezo. And I love this kid, Brandon Cooks from New Orleans. Although maybe not as much in our league because he's going to get a lot of receptions. But he's still up there. Russell Wilson, love the guy. Went too early. Not sure how fantasy productive he'll be. Could be great, though, with having Percy Harvin to throw to. Somebody named Davis I don't know who that is. Fitzgerald. Oh, Vernon Davis. I don't know. Too inconsistent for me to be an elite tight end. Taken where he was. Fitzgerald, I love him. He could be huge this year in Arizona. Really a bounce-back candidate, but went a little bit early. And Lamar Miller, way too early. No, Sean Marino's going to dominate in Miami. Number 6, Chips McCray. He's not going to like this ranking. But we're going to go up with Bryant, Roddy White, Randall Cobb, and Cordell Patterson. Cordero, whatever his name is, he's a freak. Really think he's going to be great this year. I really think Roddy White's going to be huge this year. Don't love Forte, don't love Vereen, don't love Pitta, and do not love Cam Newton, but he's got Tony Romo to fall back on. This team could be great, but this league's pretty tough. Next up is Magoo, myself. For up, we've got Keenan Allen, Michael Floyd, Mike Wallace, and Monty. Down, we got Bell, RG3, Jennings, and I didn't really draft a tight end to speak of because I was out drafting people like Josh Gordon who got suspended. Looks like a middle-of-the-road finish pour moi. All right, number 4, we got Moo Moo. 4 up, we got Demaryius Thomas, probably my favorite player in all fantasy this year. Gio, probably my second favorite player. Love Andrew Luck. Easily the best quarterback in football, maybe not fantasy-wise. Jordan Cameron. Huge fan, always have been. Problem is quarterback and people stacking boxes against him. They're stacking defenses against him. Zach Stacy, he's underrated. I just don't love him this year. Kendall Wright, Victor Cruz, Seahawks taken way too early. I think there's other stronger defenses this year. Number 3, Calmar Fugazi. He could really be a lot worse than the number 3, but he's Jay. I love him. All right, we got Calvin, we got AJ on the up, we got Rudolph, and we have Andre Ellington. Great core right there. Going to be difficult to beat. What I don't love is Tate, the Bills, Marino, and Colin Kaepernick. However, if Colin Kaepernick finds it in his 3rd year, this is going to be one tough squad. Ben Tate is a very good running back in a very strong run-oriented team. If he can stay healthy, G will be a strong contender. Number 2, the newcomer, Tidal Wave. I liked saying Fat Tuesday better. I also like Alyssa better than both of those guys. Tidal Wave, 2 up. AP, Brandon Marshall, Matt Stafford, Reggie Bush. On the downside, I don't like Jordan Reed, Andre Johnson, Macklin, and S-Jacks, all because I doubt that they will play more than 8 games this season. Pishi didn't even make it to the draft. But we really drafted a hell of a team for him. Maybe none of us should go to the draft and just not talk to each other at all, even though I give most people a year's notice. Next year's draft is going to be the 2nd or 3rd week in August, at an undecided location, hopefully Miami, if we can create some sort of reasonable arrangement of place to stay. All right, Pishi. 4 up. We got Manning, Alfred Morris, Doug Martin, whose stock just skyrocketed after the draft, and Pierre Garçon, who I think is going to be huge this year if he can stay healthy. Pishi's downside, Gerhardt, Decker, Golden Tate, who isn't bad at all. We just drafted him a little bit early. He doesn't even have a 4th downside because his team is fucking stacked. Reggie Wayne, I don't even know what round. That's highway robbery, people, if he can stay healthy. So that's it. Good luck to everyone. Thanks for coming out. And this will be soon followed up by my Week 1 predictions.